It didn't need that. And this is the essence of you kind of beautifully coming out of this hypnosis, in which you've been all your life. You begin seeing everything the way it is. Life without illusions, so to speak. Or distinguishing illusions from illusions. You kind of see it. And then there's no suffering. And then you only have to stay yourself. Relationships with everyone will develop as they should. So you haven't just appeared where you have appeared. Speak the language you speak and haven't just grown up exactly where you have. You haven't just heard what you've heard. Haven't just been born in your family. You haven't just had as many kids as you have, if you have any. And all that. It all happens this way. Be yourself. Apparently that's what you need. Not apparently, it's definitely, absolutely what you need. Be yourself. In this piece. Everyone tries to do this right away. Like when you get married, when you do this, when you have children, and so on. It's just the way they're wired. They're all programmed like that. See it calmly. Just see it all calmly. Be yourself. You'll find a wife if you need to. Or you'll find a husband. You'll get a divorce if you need, and do it all over again. If you need, you'll just be together, very joyful and happy, without any documents proving that you're together. It'll happen for you the way it should happen. You'll be together if needed, for an hour, a year, 10 years, until the end. Be yourself and it's going to happen for you the way it should. And no one's really able to tell you what your relationship should be like. Nobody can know what kind of relationships you should have. Only you. But even you don't know what they're going to be. You'll only see it. And in the same way as you're unable to know your next thought, you don't know what your relationships will be and what awaits you. Tomorrow is a mystery. All you have in this moment is a gift, so just enjoy it, whatever it may be. Whether they left you alone or came to you, you are always alone, even if someone is nearby. You're always alone because there is just one, even if there are thousands of people. Thousands of people are one. Their in-depth nature is one and it's seamless. And having realized this, you'll find yourself beyond all of this. And you'll be able to see everything as it is. And you'll be liberated from however other people may manifest, whether they give you gifts or not. Because I've been watching courses on Zoom on how to make sure people will give you gifts or something. A bunch of things like that. Well, it's cool, it all should happen. Right, but just be joyful, regardless of the way other people may manifest. Because if your joy and your happiness depend on how some people around you treat you and whether they give you gifts or not, whether you live in this or in that house, then it turns out that you won't be constantly joyful or not joyful. But if you're able to liberate your joy from all these conditions, and everything you need for joy, it's just the in-depth understanding that you exist. And that's your biggest value on the planet. That is, you're not ready to trade. If you were asked, well, you can have all the women or all the men in the world with their money, or wake up tomorrow, what's your choice? To wake up tomorrow, or all the money is yours, $10 billion, they're yours. Here's another town and 1,000 of servants. What would you rather choose? No one would rather trade the opportunity to live. There's no one who'd trade the opportunity to live for all this. And if someone does trade, then they'll immediately lose their life. Are you able to realize this? This is just so simple. There's nothing simpler. The most valuable thing you have in the entire universe is what you already have. You're here. That's the biggest value. It's simply priceless. Not just valuable, it's actually priceless. And well, you have a relationship that comes and then fades away. You're going to suffer, but eventually you will forget. Some moment will draw you into the next. Money comes and goes, you suffer and forget. But there's something that you're not ready to part with and you won't exchange it for anything. Life. And you have it, you keep receiving it every day. What are you missing? Find joy in your existence because different things happen in your life. You can explore yourself in one or in another relationship, in relationships that last a year, 10 or 50 years, I don't know, an hour, a month, and so on. And after all its manifestations, your life is inevitably going to end within this body. So why does it matter how people manifest? Just rejoice. Don't waste your time on suffering. Be joyful. Someone manifested for you in some way and pushed you away. Great, you've been pushed away, but someone new will appear. Always be engaged in your moment. It's interesting to see what's next. Someone comes, it's cool, I greet you, how's it going? They leave, awesome, thank you. It was cool, and we had fun, and now what's going to happen next? That's it. Don't get attached. Keep living as long as it keeps happening. One day it'll inevitably end for your physical body. Don't waste your time because sometimes I hear about someone suffering for months. Because somewhere at some time a couple of months ago they had a certain relationship. And there were some moments and everything like that. Don't live in the past. It doesn't exist. Draw your attention from the mind. Don't lose yourself. Here. You're here and now. Don't lose yourself. You're the very moment here and now. If you keep living in the past, you're going to suffer. You're going to suffer from the fact that you're currently losing yourself. In this very moment, the only thing that you have. It was great back then, it was cool, and I had a blast. I've enjoyed. From now on, be here and now. It will continue. You're not obligated to be with someone for the rest of life, and they're not obligated to stay with you forever. You've stayed together for as long as you were meant to stay together. You've experienced what you were meant to experience. You've brought into each other's lives whatever you were meant to bring. And this is part of your journey. Everything was wonderful. It continues to lead you. Be yourself and let whatever happens next happen. After all, you just don't know what happens next. So this is why. By experiencing this, you miss what you used to have because you keep thinking that it was cool and you don't know if it will be better or not. There's no better and worse. Let the category of better, worse go, and there's going to remain whatever there actually is. Better and worse only exist within the mind. In reality, there's some moment the way it is. Better or worse isn't possible because everything is the same. All you need is just to step out of these illusions and out of this, I don't know what it is, let's call it enchantment. You got to consider it as it is. Consider everything as it is. You live in a multitude of concepts that you've been taught while growing up, and you avoid yourself. But all the actual and genuine knowledge is here and now, in you, and you're truly the only place where they exist. There is no any other place. You don't need to go anywhere, search somewhere. You don't need psychologists or teachers, you need nothing. Everything you need is to leave them all alone. Just sit with yourself and see how everything is arranged for you now. Open your eyes and observe what you really have. There, you'll see this moment and how everything happens in it, how everything comes and goes, how the hand rises, how the body stands up and walks, or when it eats, you'll just be able to see it all for yourself. After you simply pay attention to yourself, you will get all the answers, any answers, and you'll explore yourself. To know yourself is to know all of humanity, and everything will be open, clear, and easy for you. There'll actually be no more suffering, no more worrying. Questions about how, why, what's right or wrong, it'll simply collapse and disappear. You only have all these questions because you haven't taken time for yourself. You're spinning in what others say and where to find some information, what to read, what to stuff into yourself. That's why you're still searching for something. What's right and what's wrong. Only because you haven't remained true to yourself. And that's just all you need. To understand that no one can tell you about you. You're impossible to describe with words. No one has a chance. You're just indescribable. And you never actually needed any names or descriptions. You're what's actually beyond that. All names and descriptions exist because of your own existence. Without your presence, without your witnessing, they can't exist. And if you still can't just sit down with yourself, then just try to understand that you're related to your own self. If you suffer, it's always due to your perception. Every time you find yourself in some state of anger and irritation, and you blame something in the space for it, just see how your state shifts from joy to the state of anger and irritation. Just be grateful for this moment, this situation, because this situation and this person is a teacher in your life. And because of them, you got to see your very own self. And you accept it just the way it is. And it releases you. So next time a situation like this just won't be able to bother you anymore. And you'll just pass through it easily and something else will catch your attention, right? You're grateful again for the fact that it showed you this. What's there? What caught my attention? Was it some kind of sound? Was it the way someone acted? Did money appear and disappear? What happened there? What's there? What's it for? Right now I've stopped being joyful. What exactly happened where? And you see. And then you just start to understand deeply that it is the way it is. And now you'll either suffer or rejoice. And it depends on your perception. You could perceive this differently. How can I perceive this in such a way? Or rather, you don't even need to perceive it at all. So basically just observe it. Just observe it. And it will pass. And that's it. After that, you just won't be affected. No sound will affect you. Nobody's behavior will affect you. Your joy will become free. From others and their behavior. From whether they gave you something or not, from all of this actually. You'll accept yourself the way you are. And gain freedom from all of this. This thing's just priceless. Just look. It's your relationship with you and all the people who come into your life without choice. They actually just play you. One of your manifestations, just like you are theirs. You get to know each other. And as long as this other person and you continue blaming each other, it will keep happening. Even if you leave this person, you'll take yourself with you. Another person will appear who will be quite the same, and you'll continue it. It'll keep happening to you at home, at work, it'll be everywhere because you always take yourself with you. And people manifest through you and allow you to manifest. And as soon as you see this and accept yourself as you are, it'll just change. So you might be led to another person, everything will be, well, kind of cool, and this person will meet another like them, and they'll continue it, well, just that, insanity. That's why there's no need to look at how someone else behaves. That person behaving in a certain way will learn about their behavior.